we don't need roads.
Guys, good to see you both again. How are we feeling today?
Good, thanks.
Very good.
Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you. I'm going to start out with what might be a big, ridiculous question, but I want you to imagine that you're in a movie theater at a screening of Firebrand, and you're sitting next to Catherine and Henry. And when it's over, you get to lean over and ask, what did you think about how I did this? What is an aspect of your performance that you would love to get their thoughts on?
I think Henry would be horrified that there was any suggestion of him being weak or wrong. I genuinely think he was, by the later stages of his life, so deluded, so lost in this sense or false sense of who he was and what he was meant to achieve, that he'd just be horrified that what we do, I think, very successfully is show how this brilliant woman outmaneuvers and outplays him. And I think he would have been, this is absurd.
Yeah.
Fallacy.
And I guess the same thing for Catherine must have been quite extraordinary to you know, be a woman who can't even choose the rooms she's allowed to be in, to know that she would, you know, have her face up on a big screen. I think she would like it. Yeah, and that was also something, I mean, because there's a lot in these history books and what everyone said that, you know, she's a good Christian, she's a very good mother. But it was not until I kind of, you know, she's human too.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed when I read her own, you know, written words. That's when I thought, oh, yeah, no, but she puts herself on very high horses too. So, yeah, I think she would have enjoyed it.
Well, that perfectly leads into my next question, because I do, to your point, I feel like for the longest time, we've always heard the story of Henry, and a lot of it's been through his perspective or about him, stories about him. Now between this film and we're getting more books, and there was the musical 6, we're learning that there are other sides to this story and to history. I'm sort of curious, if someone were going to make a biopic about you guys, whose perspective from outside of, you know, in your life do you think would be interesting to hear what they have to say about you?
Oh.
Parents, I suppose. Parents always have a very in tune sort of personal perspective.
My mom told me the other day, I love you, but you're a pain in the ass.
There you go.
No,
So,
yeah.
so that would be the title of my
No,
biopic.
I mean, that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, they will give a lot of truth.
That's a good title.
If you don't mind, I'm going to cut you guys loose on one question. And Jude, please forgive me for this, because I bring it up every single time that we speak. I'm speaking to you from Chicago, and everyone in my life knows that I have an abnormal obsession with the film Road to Perdition. And I would love to just sort of talk about where that movie stands out to you in your filmography. Tom Hanks once told me that he's mad that more people don't ask him about it, and your memories of filming that film here in our city.
Well, first of all, I have really happy memories of spending time in Chicago. I loved every minute, and as an experience of work, it was I was slightly isolated from the rest of the team, because my character was obviously this lone assassin, sort of hunting the main thrust of the story. But to spend time, you know, if I look back now, to spend time with Tom Hanks, Paul Newman, Daniel Craig, I mean, they were incredible individuals and talents. And, you know, whenever you're around good people like that on a film set, you just learn. You learn every day. You learn, you know, that a lot of it's about being open and civil and collaborative. And then you obviously also learn tricks of the trade when you watch them behind or rather in front of the camera. Not to mention Sam Mendes. I mean, or rather, to mention Sam Mendes, because he was, you know, we were in great hands, and he was at the absolute sort of early thrusts of his career, coming on the back of American Beauty. So it was a very happy experience. But like I said, I remember being slightly isolated, because I was always the guy kind of just doing my own thing. Probably because of the appalling haircut they gave me. They cut all my hair off, if you remember, from here to
You
here.
made it work, though, and that was the frustrating thing, that you still look great, even with that haircut. Guys, I could talk with you all day. I know you have a super busy schedule, but congratulations on an amazing film, and seriously, thank you for taking the time. I really do appreciate
Pleasure.
it.
Thank you.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.